everyone, welcome to my channel Ece Gurler Art. Today we are painting a beautiful winter scenery. This is it. The other day I just realized I haven't done any winter paintings, which is weird because I love winter, and I decided to do one for you. If you want to draw this beautiful painting with me, just stay tuned. If you want the full real-time tutorials of my paintings, you can go to patreon.com/EceGurler. All the materials I use are in the description part. Please don't forget to check them out. Also, I tried something different this time, so you will be seeing my face more in the video. If you like it, let me know. If you feel like my old style was the best, just let me know as well, so that I can continue doing the way you want it. Let's paint. This is our final product. As you can see, it is so pretty. During our video, I will explain step by step how I made this painting. I will also talk to you about which colors I chose and what materials I used. Let's go! Let's talk about the initial sketch first. We have to erase our initial sketch because otherwise those lines will show up and it's not gonna look very good. In order to erase your sketch, you can use your kneaded eraser or any other eraser, but you have to leave it in a way that you can still see what is there. I usually use my HB graphite pencil to do my initial sketch. As you can see here, I am actually mixing Payne's gray with some cerulean blue and a little bit of white because I want to have that wintry sky in the background, and I want to reflect that color on the snow so that it's going to have this nice blue wintry color. And after that, I am applying wet on wet method because I want that smooth tone transitions in the background. After I wet my paper, I'm going to apply this blue color that I already prepared. Preparing your colors in advance is very, very important in wet on wet method because once you wet your paper, it might dry up really, really quickly, and we don't want that. In order to give some snow effect, you can apply clean water drops on your wet paint, or you can use your napkin and you just can press and pull, and then you will have this beautiful snow effect in the end. Let's talk about the trees. For the trees, I wanted a little bit darker color, so I used a little bit more Payne's gray, and what I'm doing here right now is basically randomly applying some brush strokes to get those pine tree effects. Pine trees get denser as you go from top to bottom, and the branches get longer, don't forget that. Now we can start our fox. So for our fox, I first started a very base color, and I used burnt sienna and raw umber. I just mixed them, but mostly I would say burnt sienna. After I do wet on wet method on our fox for the base layer, I will add the details after that. I wanted to leave some places white or just a little bit very, very light burnt sienna. That's it. Now I grab my smallest brush. You can use whatever you want, number 2, number 3. This one was 5/0, whatever the smallest size in my set. So I'm using it to add those leaf details on the corner right here because I wanted to give the smallest details much better with a better control with my smaller brush. I used some blues like Payne's gray, cerulean blue, and also some mix of greens. You can use whatever you want to. This is your painting. Another reason why we use smaller brushes for these type of plants is, besides the control, it also gives this more realistic, more fine point details. Now, by using the same brush and also my mop brush, I am putting on the details on my fox. What I did for the darkest parts is mixed black with burnt umber, and I did those ear details and the nose and the mouth. And for the rest of the fur, I used again burnt sienna and burnt sienna raw umber mixture. Creating layers is important in terms of creating a beautiful animal, because the fur details, once they have layers on top of layers, it looks much better. Also, don't forget that in order to add these details, you have to make sure that your paper is dry, because if it is not dry, once you add those details, they are just going to dissolve and it's gonna look really bad. Let's talk about the part 2 of leaves and plants. Here I use Payne's Gray mostly, and I try to use a little bit of different tones because there are folded leaves, and in order to give that effect, I had to use some different type of tones. Also, there were some cherry blossoms, and I just wanted to add those red cherries there. Again, I use Windsor red for that, and you can use any warm red that you have. Of course, in order to put them there, I had to use my number 2 or 3 brush, or the smallest brush possible. The beauty of watercolor is you can actually layer any color on top of any layer except white, and you will get a very beautiful looking, very natural looking result. Once we are done with the plants, then we can actually do the snowflakes. I had 3 large snowflakes, and this is how I do it. I actually draw 4 lines that are crossing each other, and I added some dots in between. You can make them any way you want, but I realized it would be easier with my white gouache and with my smallest brush. I am also adding the same snowflake right here, and I'm going to add one more, and afterwards I'm going to add the other snowflakes. So normally, in order to give snow effect, I use an old toothbrush and I spray the white gouache on my painting, but this time I don't want small snowflakes, I want large ones. It's a peaceful night, it's a peaceful winter night with large snowflakes. That's what I want to give in this painting, so you will see me painting them right now. Of course, if it's a snowy day, the snow must be on the trees as well, right? So I am adding some snow, some layers of snow on the trees as well. And now, as I promised, I am adding the snowflakes, the large ones. Only thing I do is basically, I'm not looking for a perfect circle, but I am just making just little movements with my small brush, and they're just there. Looking beautiful. I love winter. What's your favorite season? I would love to know. Please share in the comments. Of course, the snowflake should be on the fur as well, because we are looking through snow, right? And also we should have some on the right part and on the left part as well. I know the right part looks really white, but it's not white there, it's just very light blue. I will try to show you how it looks actually when you actually dim the light a little bit. Do you see now? So sorry about that, because the light is so bright, I don't think you can see that very right. And I actually wanted to do this line, the Len line, even more, you know, obvious. And I wanted to connect them with the forest, so that's why I started with Payne's gray and then I connected to white. It's ready! I hope you like it, guys! Please subscribe if you feel like it, and I will definitely see you in my next video. Happy New Year! Bye! Thanks for watching my video. If you like my videos, please don't forget to subscribe. And for my real-time narrated tutorials, visit my Patreon, patreon.com/Ece Gurler. Stay with art and love.